Hey guys, last night I posted a little list of good news, statements of good news about the coronavirus, and I also posted a link to the Snopes article about that, stating that it was mostly true. And here's the summary that the Snopes gave with this good news list, and I'll post the list in this the description of this video. But here's what Snopes said. It said the claims on the popular good news list are generally accurate and supported by credible news reports. The number of new cases in China and South Korea have dropped since the pandemic began, enough so that China has closed its temporary hospitals. A number of patients have also successfully recovered from the disease, and several organizations are working on vaccines for COVID-19. However, at the time of this writing, March 19th, 2020, this good news should not be taken as proof that this pandemic is soon coming to an end. Health officials in the United States continue to urge citizens to practice social distancing, and it's likely that we won't see a worldwide rollout of an effective vaccine until mid-2021. Now that's probably just good, honest reporting, saying this is good news, but the situation is still serious. But one of the things that the good news list says, it said maybe limit how much you watch. It's 10 o'clock. Maybe limit how much you watch TV, because the news really kind of stirs up fear. And so much so that I was watching a certain news channel the other day, and they had this big old graphic pop up that said infected, and it was like red, but like faded red, like something off of Walking Dead with like gray infected on it. And I was like, seriously? Like that graphic is what we need? And when I read the Snopes article, it hit me. I was like, it's almost like everybody wants to make sure that we stay afraid, because fear is what's going to motivate us to do the right thing and overcome this virus. And I just don't think that's true. I don't think that fear is the best motivator. I think that some people, like some of those young spring breakers, need to get their act together and figure out that this is something that we need to do, not just for our own health, but for the health of those around us. We need to realize it's a serious situation. But once we realize it's a serious situation, then let's look to the hope that the curve is getting flattened in countries, and people are getting better, and people are so smart. Like we've overcome so much as a species. God has blessed us with so much ingenuity. Like I have faith that something amazing is going to happen. And instead of running away from the virus, I think we should be running toward hope and running toward community and seeing how we are connected, how we can be more and more connected, even as we social distance, that we have social distancing. Maybe we have physical distancing, but social solidarity. And I just want to tell you that that's the gospel too, is so much of my church experience was hearing people try to scare other people into heaven. Like, you don't want to go to hell, so you need to run away. You need to realize how serious your sin is, and be afraid, be very afraid. And of course, it's a serious concept that there is a God, and we do have a tendency in our lives to want to rebel against him and be our own bosses and our own lords of our own lives. And that's really bad. And when we do that, we hurt ourselves because we're not living in our true identity, and we hurt other people around us because I want to be God and they want to be God, and so we fight over who's going to be God, and it's super painful. But the point of the gospel of Christ is not run away from hell. Jesus didn't come and say, I have come so that I might condemn everybody who doesn't run away from condemnation enough. And he said, I came not to condemn the world, but that the world might be saved through me. Though you have made yourself an enemy of mine, though you have lived your life your own way instead of submitting to mine, though your sins are like scarlet, look, I can make them white as snow. I have come because I love you, and I don't want you to run away from hell. I want you to run to me. So I want to encourage you in this time, if you have more time than usual, or even if you don't, open up the Bible to Matthew. There's a table of contents in there. If you've never read these, read the book of Matthew, the chapter called Matthew in the Bible, or Mark, or Luke, or John. These books that tell the story, the life of Jesus, and read how he lived, read how he treated others, and ask yourself, can I run toward this guy? Can I run toward this guy? I'm not about running toward a religion. I'm not about running away from hell. I'm not going to live a life of fear. I'm going to live a life toward community. And quite frankly, that's what Jesus came for. His prayer for us in John 17 is that we would all be one. All who follow him, all who believe in him would be, and his desires for all to receive him, that they would all be one. We would all be one with him. We run toward community. We run toward hope. We don't run in fear from anything. That's the Corona gospel. God bless you. Talk to you later.